What is going on, good people of YouTube? I'm ImJslay. Thank you so much for joining me, and wherever you are, I hope you're having a great day. Today we're playing some Madden 21, but before we get into it, if you enjoy the content, leave a like rating, and if you'd like to see more, hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on to stay updated with all of my uploads. If you missed our previous video, I'll leave a link in the description of this video for you to go check it out. In that video, I bring you an overall guide to help you get better and succeed in Madden Ultimate Team. So for today's video, it's going to be a little bit of a team showcase, but more specifically, how you can maximize the amount of training that you are purchasing. Basically the best cards in the game to look for training, the most value there, and then what do you want to do with that training, right? Well, I mean, that kind of comes down to a lot of different things, but I'm going to show you a little bit about what I've done with the training that I've purchased to kind of help add to my team and kind of get it to where it's at right now. So let's first off go ahead and go into the team. Now, I'm not going to go through really a detailed breakdown. We're still in an 85 overall. The team has changed a little bit, but let's specifically look at the right side of the screen, and let's take a look at the training, the abilities, the chemistries that we've got. So first off, Lamar Jackson, I've powered him up. I do have his Superstar MVP, which does have a lot of abilities on it. It has Dashing Deadeye, Escape Artist, as well as Quick Draw, I believe. I could be wrong on that. Could be Last Ditch. I can't exactly remember. But I've powered him up, and I like Roaming Deadeye better than Dashing Deadeye. That was kind of the main reason. I don't have Escape Artist on him right now. I am going to look to get that pretty soon. However, I haven't really needed it. I haven't seen a huge benefit of adding Escape Artist. That could be something that we look to do in the future, which we most definitely will. But we do have Roaming Deadeye. Jermichael Finley, we have Tight End Apprentice on him. That is, I believe, a new addition to the team that you haven't seen before. Ryan Ramczyk, we have added Edge Protector to him. Lawrence Taylor just got added into the game, so you want to get an edge protector on your tackles. I'm going to look to put that on Ronnie Stanley pretty soon as well. Tyler Lockett, we didn't have to use any training. He just comes with Return Man and Energizer. He is our Return Man. He does see the field on offense as well. So, you know, if we are able to get his in the zone ability, rack him up, that would be useful on offense. But having him activated with Return Man and Energizer, it's pretty awesome for him being a kick and punt returner. Let's go take a look at the defense and take a look at the abilities that we've got. If you don't know abilities, to get them onto your players, except for the Superstar MVP players, you have to use training, so they kind of go hand in hand, right? So let's take a look and see what we've got activated here. Kyle Williams is a new addition. Look, I'm done with runners, man. I'm done with it. I'm done with having to worry about it. Kyle Williams, I've got inside stuff on him. Let's come over to Calais Campbell. I've got inside stuff and no outsiders on him. Inside stuff, you get quicker run sheds against inside zone plays, which are very prevalent in Madden 21. No outsiders, quicker run sheds against outside zone plays. May look to put that on Kyle Williams, but as you can see, it is 2 AP points, or 2 AP ability points. So adding points after AP doesn't make a lot of sense. So now this year, the cool thing about it, I like it a little better. Instead of having 3 superstars that you can activate on offense and defense, you have a total of 10 ability points that you can use. Each ability has a point value associated with it. And as long as you don't go over the AP limit, you're good, right? Get 10 on offense, 10 on defense. I think that's pretty cool. If you want to use the in-the-zone abilities, I don't believe most of those. I'm sure some of them do. I haven't really gone into it too much. I don't believe they actually have ability points added to them, so that's kind of cool. Let's come down to Adrian Wilson, another new addition to the team. Actually, everybody at the top 3 right here are all new additions to the team there. We've got Secure Tackler on Adrian Wilson. Can't stress how important it is to have someone out on the field that you know is going to make tackles. I would love to get that on a few of my other players. They're just not high enough overalls right now to get that, but Secure Tackler with Adrian Wilson. Tackle Supreme is the best one to get. That gives you Secure Tackler as well as Unfakeable, so you can't be juked out, but we'll have to deal with Secure Tackler for now. Tre'Davious White, we've went ahead and powered him up. So we lost Short Route KO and One Step Ahead, I believe, and we've replaced that with Medium Route KO. In man, I'm mostly having him on, and really in man coverage and in offenses they're running at least medium routes, right? I mean, yes, you're going to have some underneath routes that you're kind of having to work with, but you typically see that more from slot guys and tight ends, and Tre'Davious White, he's on the outside, right? So medium route KO, he gets improved knockouts in man versus medium routes. So there's our abilities. Now let's take a look at some of the chemistries that we've got. Not counting the team chemistries, but we do have Tier 4 of Go Deep, which is 20 players that have the Go Deep ability, or the Go Deep chemistry. That gives us 2 throw power to Lamar, pass blocking boosts +2, beat press +2 for our wide receivers, 2 deep route running for our wide receivers. That's really good. That does get Roddy White all the way up to 85 route running, deep route running that is. And I believe it gets Tyler Lockett up to that as well. And then +2 catch. The others, you can see +2 deep accuracy, break sack, +1 spec catch, and then +1 throw under pressure. So there's your Go Deep right there. We also on defense, instead of running balanced defense, we do have Tier 4 lockdown. This is what I am running on my linebackers, my safeties, and my cornerbacks. We're up to Tier 4, which gives +2 catch, zone coverage, +2 press, +2 tackle, +2 play rec, and +2 man coverage. This is huge. It's got Tre'Davious White all the way up to an 88 overall. As you can see, we also have Aeneas Williams. So the addition of Kyle Williams allowed us to add another Williams to the team. So I don't believe we had any Williams before. Now we have 2. Leroy Glover's gone. He didn't get inside stuff. And he didn't get no outsiders either, right? So, which I believe Kyle Williams gets both. So that's why Kyle Williams is on the team. Aeneas Williams gives us a better option at corner. Marlon Humphrey's a good slot guy right now, as well as Denzel Ward. As you can see, we have him. We've powered him up a little bit. He did get a new release, a new card release, but he's kind of our 4th corner right now. I could utilize him and Marlon Humphrey kind of interchangeably. Denzel's going to be able to stay with Tyreek Hill a little better. Come on down. We're still rocking Balanced O, so we didn't really have to use any training for that. You get Balanced O and Balanced D without having to use any training. All of the other ones for the tier or for the +1, lockdown or +1 Go Deep, it is 30 training. +2 is 70, and then so on and so forth, right? As we get +3, I don't believe there's any, maybe Barry Sanders and Sam Mills can get +3 right now, but I want to say that's over 100 training if you want to kind of add that, and then that just allows you to get to the next tier, a little easier without having to get multiple players, right? You can get +3 with 1 player. It's the same thing if you come over here to Kyle Williams, with him being a team affinity player, he gets a Team Diamond, he gets +3 Bills chemistry, right? So right there, you got +3. All we had to do was get Tre'Davious White, and then we've got 1 other Bills player that allows them to get, as you can see, +1 to strength, and then +1 to impact blocking, which is pretty cool. +1 to strength helps out Kyle Williams. We don't have an offensive lineman, unfortunately, but yeah, so that's basically where we've utilized our training, right? Now, how have we been spending our coins to get training, right? What's the best method? What have I been using to get that? Well, let's go and take the second part of this video. We're going to go over to the auction house. Okay, so we're here at the auction house. Now, I feel like I should preface this by saying I have not spent one real life dollar on this game outside of buying the MVP edition. So I guess I didn't spend 60 on it, right? I spent 100 on it. So I guess you could say technically I'm not no money spent, but I still believe I am no money spent in the truest form of I'm not buying packs, I'm not buying points to get even the special offers that you get from going to the level up challenges, right? I mean, for 20 bucks, I could probably make about 500,000 coins. I believe that's what it works out to be. But I haven't spent one real life dollar on this game outside of just buying the game. And we're at an 85 overall. We're at Tier 4 Lockdown, Tier 4 Go Deep. We've got some abilities, some very important abilities on a lot of our players. So we're really maximizing what we're getting in the game, right? If you're curious, if you want to know some tips and stuff, how you can, maximize your coins, coin making methods, solos you should be doing, ways to improve at the game, I'll leave a card in the top right hand corner you can click on, see some of our previous videos that kind of go through that. But this video here, how am I getting this training, right? So the best way that I've found to purchase training in this game is in the Legends program, specifically the 84 to 85 overall Legends, and more specifically the 85 overall Legends. Now let's show you why. So if you come down, we look, we see, let's go ahead and refresh this here, see what we've got, you know, live time right here. So we've got an 84 overall Tony Gonzalez. That is the cheapest card up there right now, right? One thing I do want to say is you want to narrow this down to all offense or all defense. Either one's going to work. If you go to all, thing you'll notice here is that the time goes from 57 minutes down to 30 minutes, right? This is important to note because this is the earliest time that this is going to show is 30 minutes. That means that this card you're seeing right here has been up for a total of 60 minutes. Which it's looking like this is the cheapest option. But if we come back to type, go down to all offense, we're actually going to see a cheaper option at 35,000 coins that's been up for just 4 minutes right now, right? So you want to narrow it down. There's so many cards that are there in the auction house, it does not show it up to the minute unless you narrow it down, right? So that's the first thing you want to do. Now, unfortunately, you cannot narrow it down to just see the 85. So you kind of have to scroll down and look. So the first 85 overall card that we see is most likely going to be Joe Thomas. Yep, Joe Thomas for 45K. So that's kind of expensive, right? Yesterday, when I was buying training, I was actually getting these cards, these 85 overall cards, for about 35K. And the 84 overall cards, I was seeing them getting posted for as low as 28K. Now, that's not bad, right? The 84 overall at 28K. But if you can find, and I like to narrow it down to newest, so I like to scroll down initially to see. So there's a Joe Thomas that just got posted for 49K, right? So I like to scroll down to see where these cards, how much they're selling for, so I can get an idea, then narrow it down by newest, and then come over and just start refreshing it, right? Just see what gets put up there. As soon as you see something that's low enough, there's a 40K Joe Thomas, right? We saw one for 45. There's a 40K Joe Thomas. You could go ahead and pounce on that one, but if you want to wait a little bit longer, you might end up finding some cards that are around the 35K mark like I was able to find yesterday, right? For the 84 overalls, like I said, you really only want to, I mean, if you're really desperate, you want to go for these, but the better value is at the 85 overalls. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, what if I wanted to do an 86 or an 87 overall? And what are the values, right? What are they associated with? Well, an 84 overall is going to give you 600 training, if I'm not mistaken. 85 is going to give you 900. If we go to the 86 and 87s, we're going to be looking at about 1,500, 1,400, I believe, training for the 86s, and then 1,800 for the 87s. So the 87s, you're actually doubling the amount of training that you would get for buying an 85. But let's see, does that actual math add up for what we need to be doing? So, like I mentioned, I was able to get these cards, these 85 overalls, for about 35K. We double that, we're at 70K, right? So let's come over here and let's go to buy now price. And let's just kind of see what we're at. Let's go ahead and refresh this. And we notice the 86s are at 70K, right? So if I took 35K, multiplied it by 2, which would give me 70K, I'm going to get 1,800 training. For 70K, I can pick up a Dan Marino, but I'm only getting 1,400 training, right? So I'm losing out on about 400 training, if my math's correct, or if I remember what the 86s go for. I believe it's 1,400. So I'm losing out on 400 training right there. Let's see how much we're actually saving, though, because if we were to double that 900, that would give us 1,800, which is what the 87s are quick selling for, right? So let's come down. So we see that's our first 87 that I see, and that's going for 84K. So we're saving about 14K. Even if we bought 2 Joe Thomases at 40,000 training, we're saving about 4,000, almost 5,000 coins right there. Now, if you do that enough to get the abilities that we've got on our players, to get all of the chemistries that we've got, that's going to add up over time, right? So, Edge Protector, that's 1,250 training right there, right? So, I'm going to need to at least buy 2 cards to get that. So, I've already saved that 5,000. You add in the other things that we've purchased, Roaming Deadeye. You add in a medium route KO, which is 1,000. These are adding up, right? These are going to continuously add up. You're going to save 5,000 here, 5,000 there. But in the case of yesterday, I would have saved 15,000 coins. Let's just go ahead and narrow this down. Let's go to newest, right? See if anything's popping up. See if anything new is getting put up onto the auction house. Anything that we can make value of. There's an 87 for 82K, so that's a little lower. 86, 87, 87, 70K still there. Dan Marino. Not really seeing anything lower than that. Not really seeing anything lower than the 82K for an 87 overall. So really your value, right, where you're going to save and make your best training is going to be in the 84 to 85 overall Legends program. And you want to look for those cards. There's a 42K Jerome Bettis, right? Hang out for a little bit. Yeah, sometimes you got to sit at the auction house and refresh and refresh and refresh. And it sucks. I'll be honest with you. It is somewhat time consuming. I sat here for probably 30 minutes last night to get a Tre'Davious White, and I saved about 5K. Now, once again, it adds up, right? I mean, if I didn't do that, and I just purchased the first Tre'Davious White that I saw, or if I just purchased the first legend that I saw, I'm not going to be able to maximize the amount of coins that I've got, right? I'm not going to be able to save the amount of coins that I could have saved had I just waited a little bit. Now, you're not going to have to wait 30 minutes all the time. Sometimes it's only, a couple minutes. Sometimes you can literally hop on there, and if you remember from what you had seen the previous day, I could hop on there, and there might be an 85 overall card that's up for 38K. Or 36K, in which I'd say, ooh, wow, that's kind of low. Let me go ahead and snag that, right? So just this is the tier, this is the program that I've found most successful with as far as purchasing training. I would bet that you're going to have success with it as well, and then you can go ahead and start to add those abilities, start to get those chemistries, and start to make your 85 overall team or 83 overall team or whatever it is play a lot better. I didn't start putting abilities and chemistries really and worrying about it too much until I got to the point where I really had some solid players on the field. If you want to go ahead and put edge protector on an 82 overall O-lineman, be my guest. I would recommend getting an 87, 85, 87 overall O-lineman first before you go and do that and not necessarily waste it, because you could always refund it, right? And then that adds up too, right? You're refunding it. You're not getting the full value of it for refunding it. So I would wait until you're at a pretty stable overall where you can compete before you start to put these abilities and chemistries on your team. So I hope that makes sense. I hope this video has been helpful. That's really what my whole channel wants to be, is just to be helpful. Any knowledge that I can learn to pass on to you, because I've been there before. I'm still learning mud, right? I'm still getting used to everything. So if I can help you, that's just awesome, right? So I hope you did learn something in the video today, and I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did enjoy it, leave a like rating. It helps me out tremendously. And if you would like to see more content, hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on to stay updated with all of my uploads. That's going to do it here for me today, though, guys. I'm ImJslay. I'm signing out today. I'll catch you all in my next video.